Hi everybody, it's Jill for today, and it's the director's birthday weekend, and we're having some friends over, and I'm fixing him some of his favorite foods, one of which is my famous potato salad. And I'm like rushing around here today. I've got to do that. I need to make some muffins. I need to clean my barbecue grill, which the director is going to help me with because I'm going to be smoking a brisket for him on his birthday. So I thought I'd take you along and show you all the crazy stuff I have to do today. I don't know why I thought I needed to buy 5 pounds of potatoes, but that's what I did. And I'm just washing them off really good here. I don't think I'll cook all 5 pounds. But what I do is I, give them a good scrub, and then I put them in some cold water. I do not cut my potatoes or peel them before I do my potato salad. I cook them whole with the skin on them, and then I, peel them and cut them up afterwards. I think when you do it the other way, when you cut them up or even peel them, and you put them in water and you cook them, I just think they get mushy. So I've learned over the years that that's not for me. I guess if you really like a mushy potato salad, and there's some people who do, then that's probably the best route to go. That feels a little soft. I'm going to set that one aside. So we're having another couple and their kids over, and I'm thinking probably I've got 4 potatoes. Well, I might almost do this because he's begged me to have potato salad left over after our guests go home, and I want to send them home with some. So I think I'm going to probably I'm going to do the whole darn bag. So I'm going to finish doing this, getting this all cleaned up, getting them on the stove, and then we'll be back. So here are my potatoes on the stove, and I've got about 3 inches of water over the top of them, and I've got the water boiling. It's not a heavy boil, it's just a nice gentle boil, and these probably should take 35 to 40 minutes, maybe 45. They're not terribly large potatoes. And I'll check the water to make sure it doesn't evaporate, because it will as they boil. Now I'm putting the lid on, and I'm leaving a nice little gap there so that steam has a chance to to escape. If you left the lid on tight, you could have some problems. So we'll be back. Okay, I've got these, the director drained these for me, and they took 40 minutes, just like I said. And see, the knife just slips in there. See that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little cold water on these, just to make them think, well, maybe I should quit cooking. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here, just to cool them down just a little bit, because they're like I want them. So if I let them sit here for a while and they're really, really hot, they'll keep cooking. So I'm just going to take some of that heat off them. Okay, now I'm going to let these drain until they are cold, and then I will bring you back and show you how I'm going to peel them. So we'll be back later on. And look who I have here helping me in the kitchen for his birthday dinner. He's cracking my eggs for the potato salad. And we're going to have, in those 5 pounds of potatoes, I probably will add 5 eggs. He likes a lot of eggs in his potato salad.
He likes a lot of potato salad.
Yes, he does. He's going to get a lot of potato salad, 5 pounds. And then you add all the other stuff.
We're having people, though. It's not just me.
Oh, I know.
Even though I could consume 5 pounds of potato salad, I have no doubt.
He doesn't want to be on camera because he's not fully groomed. Are you sure you don't want to be on camera?
I do not want to be on camera.
Oh, come on.
No.
So you're peeling my eggs for me, and you're a big helper. Really, thank you so much. Yeah, but you're not really in camera. No, going the wrong way.
Don't you put me on that camera.
Honey, I'm not putting you on the camera. I'm just putting your hands on the camera.
I look funky.
No, you look great. You're the birthday boy. Okay, so you're going to peel 5.
Old birthday boy.
You're going to peel 5 of these for me, and then
5.
5. Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah, 5. And then I'm going to put them in the fridge, and we will, of course, cut them up and add them to the potato. Well, that's all right.
It's not peeling well.
That's okay. It'll be fine.
It's chunking now.
That's okay. All right. Well, we'll see you all later. Okay. Everybody has their own way of doing this sort of thing. But what I do is I just go down. They really almost peel themselves, as you can see here. And I find this kind of thing very therapeutic. I don't know why. It's quiet work. In fact, I'm not in this. There we go. You can't even see what I'm doing here. You know, I don't know what it is. You know, it's quiet work. You get to kind of zone out or think about other things. Right now I'm thinking about all those trucks that are outside. I've got my windows open and there's a lot of construction going on around here, and we've got these big gravel trucks going back and forth. There's a lot of new housing going on here. Anyway, so what I do is I go through these potatoes and I peel them like this, and then I pull out anything that looks a little funky like that, and then put them in a bowl and move on to the next one. Anyway, he's going to be 73 this year, and we're both well, kind of reflective of that. Do you know what I mean? It's a big one. I mean, 70 seemed to be big, but we kind of, I don't know, laughed it off. I'm not sure. This one's kind of a little more serious, you know. I mean, you get to an age like this, which you never thought you'd get to, ever. You never thought you'd get to be 73. You know, 73 was your old grandfather. And here you are, 73. So we're trying to make light of it, and he's in great health. He feels really good. You know, so that's a blessing, and he has no health issues, you know, to speak of, other than, you know, be nice for us both to take some weight off, which is, you know how that is. That's a never-ending crisis in everyone's life who has a weight issue. It's just, you know, it's like never-ending. So other than that, though, he's really good, you know. So and I treasure every morning. Every morning I get up and there he is, and we have a fun day together, laugh, cry, all those good things. Well, okay, anyway, you get the idea. I'm sitting here just rambling while I'm peeling potatoes. So that is going to be it for now, and when we are ready to go to our next step and our next item, I'm doing some muffins today, so I'm hoping I can get those done as well. So we'll see you guys later. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you we're using a 9 by 5 by 3 loaf pan, and I have these in my Amazon store, and I'll leave you a link. These are great pans. Even though I always put a little oil in them, they never stick. They're just got a great non-stick surface. So I've got my oiled pan ready to go. I've got my oven set at 350 degrees, and now we're going to rock and roll here. I have a cup of sugar, which I'm going to add 2 large eggs, and a half of a cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil. I've done some reading and found out that the canola oil, which I have always used and loved, isn't all that good for us. So I'm going to avocado, which of course is a very good oil. I'm using this one here that we get at not Trader Joe's, excuse me, at Costco, and I've been very happy with it. It's extremely light. I just, you know, it's one of the things I like about it. It's so light. And then I've got that in there, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon and a half of vanilla, but you know me and my vanilla, I have to add a little bit more than a teaspoon and a half. So I'm going to add the teaspoon. Is that a teaspoon? It is, and a half, and I'm just going to kick it up to 2. I'm going to kick it up to 2. There we go. You know me. I do love my vanilla. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up, get it all mixed up. And we will be back. Okay, now we're going to start working on the dry ingredients. I have a cup and a half of unbleached flour in here, and it is King Arthur because I like King Arthur flour. It had called for a half a cup of whole wheat. I didn't have it, so I made it all a cup and a half. And so I'm going to start adding the dry ingredients to this flour. I need a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder. Get the right one here. Baking powder. And a half of a teaspoon, half a teaspoon here, a half of a teaspoon of baking soda, and it goes, and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Everyone loves cinnamon, So we're going to go with a teaspoon and a half of that. It's 1 and a half. Just a little guesstimation there, which is just fine in my world. Sometimes that is your most wonderful experience when you kind of push something out a little bit outside the envelope. And a half a teaspoon of allspice. There it is. As I said, I had nothing measured today, so we're all going on it together. And a quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg. You know, these spices together always smell absolutely divine. And of course they have that fall thing, and I guess I'm starting to get the fall thing happening in my mind. I see the way the light is, you know, changing, and it's getting you know, darker earlier in the day, and I'm loving that. And so I am ready definitely for fall. And then we're going to add a little half teaspoon of salt. And I think I've got it all here. Let's see, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, salt. Yep, okay. So I'm going to mix this all up so it's nicely combined, and all those little goodies are saying hello to each other. We don't want any pockets of anything. All right, so, oh gosh, there goes our phones. I'm going to turn mine off so it doesn't make any more noise. Hang on one second. This is real. Oh, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. There we go. All right, so now I am adding the wet to the dry. So here's my mixture of eggs and sugar and vanilla and oil. And I'm going to mix this together, just like so. Get my spatula, get all that goodness out of there. We don't want to lose any of it. Now remember, this is a quick bread, and I've always mentioned when I've made quick breads that you don't want to beat and beat and beat. You want to just get it mixed up. That will make sure that your bread or muffins are tender and you get a nice lift, you know, out of them. If you sit there and you beat and beat, it's going to just be tough. Oh gosh, I'm not sure whether that's the allspice I smell or the nutmeg, but I'm telling you what, this absolutely smells amazing. Okay, I'm going to stop here because I need to add, yeah, I'm going to stop right there. It's not quite mixed totally together because I'm going to add some more ingredients. I am now adding a 3/4 of a cup of applesauce. And you know, we've gotten to where if I bought a jar of applesauce, it would sit there in the refrigerator and go bad, you know, if I used some of it, or even if we ate a little bit. So, you know, over the years I found that this really is, even though it's a little more expensive, it that's half and half. That's a cup, which I only needed 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to pull a little of that out, aren't I? And there, that's about right. Okay, and then I'm going to add, I'm glad I checked that out, huh? And now I'm going to add a half a cup of rolled oats. This is what happens when you're in a hurry. You don't pay attention to what you're doing. And some walnuts, chopped up walnuts. Oh, now we're getting some stiffness here, which I'm sure will make it a wonderful bread. It smells great. The applesauce in there now smells up the cinnamon and the nutmeg and all that. It just smells wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna look over my recipe one more time. I have got, let's go up to the very top. We've got the sugar, the eggs, the oil, the vanilla, the flour, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, salt, the rolled oats, the applesauce, and the walnuts. So I am ready to put this in the pan, and then we're going to get it into the oven. Okay, we're going to get this into our baking pan. It smells divine. You know what it reminds me of is, you know when you go to apple farms and they have the cinnamon and cinnamon sticks and the apples and the apple cider and all those excellent smells? That's what this smells like. And I'm going to get all of this in there. This is going to bake about 45 minutes. It seems like an awfully wet dough, to be honest with you. Usually, well, I don't know. I was thinking of banana nut bread. Maybe it's this wet as well. We're going to find out. I trust King Arthur, you know. They have their recipes tested and retested and all that good stuff, so. The only thing I changed was I put not the whole wheat in there. I just did the whole half, I took it all the white flour. Okay, this is going to go into the oven. Gosh, I can see myself in the camera. I'm all disheveled here. Anyway, this is going to go in the oven, and it's going to cook for 55 to 60 minutes. I did not know that when I told you earlier. So, and it's kind of a wet dough, so I'm not surprised at that time. And I will, do the toothpick test. If it comes out clean, it's done. If it comes out kind of gooey still on that toothpick, we're going to give it another 5 minutes, or whatever it takes to do. So I'm going to pop it in the oven, and when it is done, and I'm ready to pull it out of the pan, I'll bring you back. The bread is done.
That's good news.
It smells good in the kitchen.
It smells wonderful.
It really does. So I think what we should do is cut it, and we'll take a sample.
I like the sound of that.
Okay. Oh man, does that look good or what?
It does.
Okay.
Let's give it a slice.
Let's give it a slice. Oh, it cuts nicely, doesn't it?
Very.
Oh,
I'll
look
cut
at
that
that.
now.
Looks pretty good.
All right.
Well, it smells absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Does that like remind you of fall already?
Mm-hmm.
Got a fall thing happening. Okay.
It's got a little applesauce, but it's got a spicy too.
Mm-hmm.
Here goes. It's delicious, but it's a little dry.
It is a little dry.
But good flavor though.
That's delicious.
Yeah, maybe a little more oil.
It's awfully good.
It's delicious.
But you know what it needs? A little butter.
Oh yeah.
Here's where you're going to get your moisture.
Everything's better with butter
Anyway,
or bacon.
this is something I made for your birthday.
Yep.
I was going to make you muffins.
I know this is better.
And I said, no, I'm going to make him a quick bread. He loves to have something in the afternoon. And I said,
Or the morning or the evening.
and I said, I'm going to make him a birthday bread, which I did. And I've made so many wonderful things today.
Pardon me.
I've made the bread. I've got a potato salad going. I'm going to make a coleslaw and a birthday cake, chocolate birthday cake. And I'm doing a smoking a brisket.
You don't turn 73 every day,
So it's a pretty good birthday.
It is.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends. Subscribe and eat some delicious apple spice bread.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. See you later.
Wow.
Bye-bye.